41 Basic Scholars. You are welcome to our live class today. In this class, we are going to look at part 5 of simple equation. Part 5 of simple equation. We shall give attention to combined operation in simple equation. So once again, you are welcome to this class. Now, I hope that network is not disturbing you from that end. So no, it seems like network is ceasing. All right. So in this class, we are going to give attention to combined operation in simple equation. This combined operation in simple equation, we will be taking part 1 of it. We'll be taking part what? Part 1 of it. In fact, I would like to indicate it. Part 1. Part 1. Because we are going to also look at part 2. Okay? Where, of course, you would meet something about brackets and the rest of them. Now, remember that in our previous class, I already taught you simple equation involving cross multiplication. We have had classes on the principle of collecting like terms, the principle of dividing both sides by the coefficient of the unknown, and then, like I mentioned, that of cross multiplication. So we want to pick questions where we would combine at least 2 of these principles and see how we use it to solve questions. That is the focus of our class today. So you see, we are moving on gradually. Make sure you don't miss our classes so that you won't miss out in any of these important things you are learning. Please take note that the way the GMAETS41's online class goes for our basic scholars is such that it coaches you gradually in such a way that it will help you to be able to handle your schoolwork excellently. Like I've always said, the scheme of work operated on by GMAETS41 is what I considered the child's need scheme. The child's need scheme. I believe that every child has this need, all right, when it comes to academic work. And so the pattern that is being used to teach you is such that there is no rush. Gradually. And then all these points will be connected to make you become best in your class. So once again, dear friends, welcome. I think the network is stable now from what I am observing. So I think we can kick off now. In simple equation, there are 3 basic principles. Whether you are in basic level of learning, basic 4, basic 5, basic 6, basic 7, basic 8, or basic 9. Whether you are in higher class, say basic 10, basic 11, and basic 12, or whether you're in university, advanced level, the truth of the matter is what we are learning now are the things that will guide you as you are moving higher and higher and higher. And I told you, simple equation, don't play with it. This is a very important aspect of mathematics used in any aspect of your calculation. Combined operation in simple equation. If I give you a particular question where you have the principle of collecting like terms, where you have the principle of cross multiplication, where you have the principle of dividing both sides by the coefficient of the unknown, what are you expected to do? So it's very important that you know what to do there. Do you get that right? It's very important you know what to do. So we're going to pick questions straight on and start solving. I have taught you already each of these basic principles. So we have our very first question in our class today. And this is the question. Example 1. Solve the equation. Solve the equation. 2x plus 6 equal to 12 minus x. So we have to solve this equation. 2x plus 6 equal to 12 minus x. So we have this problem on the board, and of course, you know, whenever you have a problem, you're expected to find solution to it. So what do we do here? Like I've always told you, you bring down your question when you are solving so that your teacher will know what you are solving. Now, if you look at this particular question, you will agree with me that we have plus there, we have minus. As a mathematical operation, we have it here. Now, you will notice that the unknown part, here we have an unknown x, here we also have an unknown x, okay? Now, the unknown we are looking for, which is x, we have this plus or minus between that unknown and something else. And you remember I told you, when I taught you simple equation involving collecting like terms, that anytime you have plus or minus between what you are looking for and any other thing, you are expected to collect like terms. I have taught you that in our previous classes. So at this point, the first thing I have to do is to collect like terms. We're going to use CLT, as I told you, to represent collecting like terms. So what have you learned from what I'm about to do here? Anytime you see a question like this, no fraction, is just straight on like this. The first thing you have to do is to collect like terms. If collection of like terms is possible there, here it is possible because the unknown here between the unknown and another term, you can see this, you can see this. You have plus, you have minus, as you can see. So I told you that once you have plus or minus, you must collect like term. If the plus appears between what you are looking for and any other thing. So at this point, you're going to collect like terms. You know, I've taught you how to do that already. So we go straight. We are going to move all the alphabets to the left-hand side. So looking at the right-hand side, I have 12 minus x. I will move this minus x to go to the left-hand side. Because this minus x, this x is a like term of these two x. Then I will move the pure numbers to the right-hand side. From the left, the pure number you have there is this plus 6. You have to remove that plus 6 and move it to the right. So let us do that and see. On the left-hand side, we have this alphabet 2x. I will write it 2x because we want the alphabet to be on the left. Then I will move this minus x to come to the left. I am not going to write this 6 because 6 is a pure number. Like I said, it is going to the right-hand side. So if I write this 2x, I'm bringing minus x to the left. If the minus x crosses this equality sign, it changes to plus. That is what I taught you in previous classes under collection of like terms. Okay, so this minus x as a like term of these 2x. I have brought it to the left-hand side. And I want to move this 6 to the right-hand side because this 6 is a pure number and it is a like term of 12. Before I move this 6 to the right-hand side, remember 12 is already on the right-hand side. But you have equal to before you cross to that right-hand side. So I have to fix that equal to first before I start writing the things that need to be on that right-hand side. Now, once I put this equal to, the pure number occupying that right-hand side is 12. So first, write that 12. Then this plus 6, like I said, is a pure number, which is a like term of this 12. Move the plus 6 to go to the right. If plus crosses equality sign, it changes to minus. So on the right-hand side, the 6 will become minus 6. We have collected like terms. So here we now have to simplify. I'll be a bit fast because I've taught you all this. That is why I told you, make sure you understand the basics first, gradually. There are 3 basic principles of simple equation. You should know when to collect like terms. So collection of like terms is one of the principles. You should know when to divide both sides by the coefficient of the unknown. I have taught you that principle also, dividing by the coefficient of the unknown. You should also know the third principle, when to cross multiply. And I've taught you that principle of cross multiplication in simple equation. That was our last class, actually, I think last week. So 12x plus x, you have to simplify this left-hand side now. Work it out. 2x rather, not 12. 2x plus x. This x is 1x. 2x plus 1x will give you 3x. So this 2x plus 1x together, I'll replace it with 3x under. So just write 3x. So all these things on the left-hand side gives you 3x. Look at it. After the left-hand side, you see your equal to, fixed equal to. 12 minus 6 will give you 6. So this 12 minus 6 on the right-hand side, replace it with 6. Because 12 minus 6 would give you 6. So you have the 6 here. At this point, my dear friends, what do you have here? In this step, you have 3x equal to 6. And we are looking for the unknown. The unknown is x. Observe that the unknown x has something multiplying it. And I taught you coefficient of the unknown. I told you that the coefficient of an unknown is what is multiplying that unknown. 3x is 3 times x. So this 3 is multiplying x. So if I am looking for this x, that x will be made to stand alone. For the x to stand alone, we have to move this 3 from the left to the what? Right-hand side. But how do you now move this 3 to that right-hand side? Because 3 is the coefficient of the unknown, you have to divide both sides by that 3. So at this point, you apply another principle of simple equation, dbs by 3. 3 is the coefficient of the unknown. So I am going to divide it by 3 and divide it by 3. So let me show it. 3x divided by 3 equal to 6 divided by 3. This is a waste of time. You know, if you divide this 3x by 3, the 3's will divide, go off. So x will be left. I could have just brought x equal to 6 over 3 if I want. But all the same, no problem. This 3 over 3 will divide. 3 divided by 3 will give you 1. 1 times x. You are still left with that x. So you now have 6 over 3. Let me complete it here, please. Let me complete it here. So on the left-hand side, we have x. That is going to be equal to, 6 divided by 3. And then from 3 times table, you are solving 6 divided by 3. So you have to go to 3 times table and then work on it. 3 can multiply 2 to give you 6. Which means if you divide 6 by 3, you are going to get 2. So this is equal to 2. Therefore, we conclude that x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2. So you see how we are able to solve this question step by step. When it is time to collect like terms, we collected like terms. When it is time to divide both sides by the coefficient of the unknown, we applied that principle. So you see, in just one question, we used 2 principles. That is the whole idea of combined operation in simple equation. And I hope, my dear basic scholars and all of you who connected to this class, you understand what is there. All right. All of you that connected to the class, you're welcome to the class. George, thank you very much for the commendation. I hope you will read this. Sure, I will. And this is what George said. Any artistic or scientific content is great. Please don't stop. Please don't stop, and you will find success. I won't stop, okay? Thank you for the commendation, George, and welcome to joining us. Please remember to share these links to your friend, the link to our class, the link to GMAETS41 basic class channel, this particular channel. Share it to people in basic level of learning, okay? In grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9. In Nigeria, we refer to these classes as primary 4, primary 5, primary 6, JSS 1, JSS 2, JSS 3. This channel is dedicated to them to help train them from this basic level before they move on to senior classes and advanced level. And for any of you in senior class or in advanced level that still have problem with all these concepts, right? If you have problem with all these basic concepts, you can always connect to this class. Share this link to your friends, to your neighbors, okay? Encourage them to join the class. So we are done with this particular question. We shall move on to the second question. Question number 2. So you see the way I handled it. So you follow through because we're going to do something similar in the next question. Let me adjust the board a bit to capture more space on the left-hand side. Okay, so let's see. Good. Think can do this. Let's move on to example 2. Let's move on to example 2. All right, so example 2. I am going to be a bit fast in this example 2 because from example 1, I had already explained this concept step by step. So this is the next question here. We have, what is the value of the unknown in the equation? What is the value of the unknown? Value of the unknown. All right. In the equation. So this is the equation. We have 30y minus 9 equal to 8x plus 10. What is this 8y, please? 8y plus 10. What is the value of the unknown in this equation? The equation is 30y minus 9 equal to 8y plus what? 10. So let us solve this quickly, no time to waste. I want to believe you understand and know when to collect like terms, when to cross multiply, and the rest of them. So we hit this question straight on. What we have here is 30y minus 9 equal to 8y plus 10. This is the question. So at this point, you notice that the unknown you are looking for, looking at it, at least there is a plus or minus. Are you following, right? Between the unknown part and something else. So at this point, you collect what? Like terms. I hope this did not cut off. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So you collect like terms. And so if I'm collecting like terms, CRT, okay, move all the alphabet to the left, move the pure numbers to the right, because alphabets are like terms, the same alphabets, they are like terms, and pure numbers are like terms. So on the left-hand side, I have 30y, I'll write 30y. This 8y from the right-hand side, I will move it to the left. This 8y standing alone is plus 8y. That is why there is no minus there. Take note. So this plus 8y, if I move it to the left, it will change to minus 8y. It will change to minus 8y. Now, I want to write the things on the right-hand side. Before I move on to the right-hand side, I'll put equal to. Now, on the right-hand side, the pure number you have here is 10. So you write your 10. That is already on that side. That 10 is plus 10. So look at it. I didn't put any sign here. It means it is plus 10. Move this 9 to that right-hand side. If you move 9 to the right-hand side, that 9 on the left is minus. If it crosses equality sign to the right, it will become plus 9. 30y minus 8y will give you 22y. 22y will now be equal to 10 plus 9 will give you 19. So you see, on the left-hand side, simplify what you have there. 30y, remove 8y from it. Just like you have 30 oranges and you are told to remove 8 oranges from it. You are going to get 22 oranges, so 22y. That's going to be equal to 10 plus 9 is 19. At this point, you are looking for y. This y has a coefficient. The coefficient is 22. So to get the value of y, you divide both sides by 22. So at this point, I'm going to do dbs. dbs by 22. So divide the left-hand side by 22. Divide the right-hand side by 22. If I do that, I don't want to show the full working on that left again. If you divide this left-hand side by 22, so it's going to be 22y over 22. The 22 will cancel out. You will be left with y. So let me bring down my y equal to 19 on the right-hand side divided by the coefficient, which is 22. 19 over 22. Now, if you look at this, you notice that y will now be equal to 19 over 22. 19 over 22. That is the answer. Why? Why is it that this is the answer, 19 over 22? Because 19 and 22, there is nothing that can divide both of them. No common number can divide both of them, okay? 19 is a prime number. Is a prime number. Only 19 can divide 19. And 19 cannot divide 22. So you leave your answer like this. This is improper fraction. Don't worry, I'm still going to teach you, friends, fractions, okay, fully. Bro, do not quit. I'm subscribing you. Thank you very much. Hi, pingers. I won't quit. As a matter of fact, this is an online school on its own, okay? If you follow up, we have a timetable guiding us. Do you understand that? So please subscribe, and thank you very much as you continue to support this channel by subscribing. Dear friends, we are done with these two questions. We are going to pick one more question, okay? We are going to pick one more question to solve. We're going to pick one more question to solve. So finish up what you have on the board, okay? You can screenshot to be fast. You can screenshot to be fast so that we move on to the next example. So that we move on to the next example. So I'm waiting for you. If you have not screenshot yet, you can screenshot. All right. So I'll move on to question number 3. Question 3 might be the last question for today's class, because what I want you to learn, I have already explained it, and we have seen some questions solved on it. So I'll be wiping this part of the board. Example number 3. So in example 3, we have this. Let me see, please. So let me get our example number 3. Where are you? Okay, so this is it. Solve the equation. Solve the equation 8 minus t over 2 equal to t minus 1 over 5. So you are given this question to solve. Solution. Solution. Now the question given to us to solve is 8 minus t over 2 equal to t minus 1 over 5. If you look at this question carefully, you would see that we have fraction there. We have fraction in this question. Now, this fraction that we have on the left-hand side, this is a single fraction. Why do we say that this is a single fraction? Because it has only one division sign all over. Only one of it. Only one of it. On the right-hand side, we also have a single fraction. Only one of it. Because we have only one division sign, as you are seeing here. If it was something like this, 8 over 2 minus t over 2 equal to t over 5 minus 1 over 5. Because we can actually write this question as this. Look at this and this, they are the same thing. Because of this minus, you can split that numerator over the denominator. So it will now be 8 over 2 minus t over 2. If this sign were to be plus, if this minus you're seeing were to be plus, you can still split to have 8 over 2 plus t over 2. You can do that. Mathematics allows it. Is that okay? In this case, now this is no longer single fraction because here you have one division here, you have one division here. You can see that over. So this is not a single fraction. When we have single fraction, you would only see that division sign will only be one of it there. And that is what we have in this question, okay? Because we have this single fraction and the fraction contains the unknown. The unknown here is t. So this simple equation is in fraction form and the fraction contains the unknown. And we found out that the fraction that contains the unknown is a single fraction. The fractions that contain the unknown, they are single fractions on both sides of the equation, right? And that is the only term you have. Like here, this single fraction is the only term we have here. Here, this single fraction is the only term we have there. So because this simple equation is in fraction form and the fraction contains the unknown, and this fraction is single fraction, for that reason you cross multiply. I have taught you that principle in our last class. When do you cross multiply? You cross multiply when the unknown is in fraction form and the only fraction which is single, the only single fraction on that side of the equation, and in fact the only term there. So you can now cross multiply under that condition. So here I'm going to write cross multiply. I told you in that class I'll be using CM to represent cross multiply. So what do we do? I've already shown you how to cross multiply this way. Remember in that class I told you something like this. So okay, you cross and then you multiply. This 5 will multiply what you have here. 8 minus t, we cross and multiply this 5. It's the same as 5 crossing and multiplying this 8 minus t. The same thing, these 2, we cross and multiply t minus 1. That is how you cross multiply. So let us do it. 5 is crossing to multiply 8 minus t. It will affect everything you have here because of this minus. Because of this minus. If this were to be plus, it will affect everything there as well too. So this 5 is affecting 8. This 5 is affecting minus t. I don't want to use brackets here. There is a reason. There is a reason I don't want to do this. Otherwise, normally, I should have done, okay, 5 is crossing to multiply 8 minus t. But the reason I don't want to do this now yet is because I have not taught you expansion. Before our next class in simple equation, I am going to teach you, I'm going to have a fun class with you about how to open brackets, some things you should know about it. So for now, I won't use this method. I'll just go straight to explain this question. 5 will affect 8, 5 will affect t. 5 times 8 will give you 40. So let me show you the working. 5 times 8. Then before this 5 will multiply t, remember I have minus, so I'll fix minus. 5 times t. And that will be equal to, you do the same thing, 2 will multiply this t, 2 will multiply minus 1. 2 times t, look at it. Before this 2 multiply this 1, see you have minus there, you fix it. 2 times 1 will now give you 2 times 1, which of course is 2, but let me write it out. So this is what you have. And I have taught you combined operation, board mass on its own. I've taught you that. So that you know what you have to do first. For example, in this case, you need to solve the multiplication part first before you start thinking of those subtraction. 5 times 8 will give us 40. I could have actually written it straight. 5 times 8, immediately I'll write 40 instead of showing this 5 times 8. I'm showing you so that as a basic scholar, you have seen this, you will understand what we actually did. Okay, 5 times 8, 40. Maybe later now you are thinking, how did we get a 40? So that's why I showed you everything here. Are you getting me right? As we move on, okay, and you are growing, your brain is expanding, you are understanding and following all this, there are some of these things I won't be doing for you. For now, gradually, okay? So we move on. 5 times t. Before you go to that, you have minus. So I'll fix the minus. 5 times t will give me 5t. Now we are moving to the right-hand side. Before then, you have equal to. So you write the equal to. 2 times t will give you 2t. Okay? Then minus 2 times 1 will give you 2. Okay, so at this point, see, you have an unknown there. The unknown is t. And you find out that between that unknown and something else, you have either plus or minus. In this case, you have minus. Look at it here, you have an unknown there. Between this 5t, which is the unknown part, and 40, you have minus. Look at this one also, 2t. Between this 2t and this 2, you have minus. And I told you that anytime you have either plus or minus, or even both of them, between what you are looking for, the unknown, and any other thing, if you are solving that type of equation, you collect like terms. So at this point, I'm going to collect like terms, CLT. Are you seeing this? We have applied one principle of simple equation, which is cross multiply. At this level now, we are seeing that we have to collect like terms. You cannot solve anything here. There is nothing you can do here except to collect like terms. That is the principle, the rule of mathematics. So as you're seeing this, you are following, okay, so this is what I do. If I see something like this, if I see this, so this is what I do. That is it. Once you learn all this, highest 1 week, the whole thing will be here, you know, and you can solve any question anytime, any day, at any level, if that is a simple equation problem. So we are going to collect like terms. So we've been collecting like terms since. I will want the alphabet to go to the left as usual and the numbers to go to the right. But like I told you, that is not a law. That is not a law. So should I change it now? Should I change it or should I leave it? Maybe I'll leave it. I'll follow that principle, but it is not a law. This minus 5 could have gone to the right-hand side to add to 2t in order to give you 7t there. And then minus 2, which is a pure number, will come to the left. The minus changes to plus, it will add to this 40 to give you 42. So you have 42 equal to 70. You can do that. But I would like to do something. There's something I saw here that made me, I decide, okay, let me still move everything, you know, the alphabet to the left. So on the left-hand side, the alphabet, the unknown is there, and that unknown is minus 5t. So that is the reason why I don't want to move that unknown today to the alphabet. That's why I don't want to move them to the right. I want us to solve something where we'll have negative number with the unknown, okay? So that I will tell you what you have to do. In case you see that kind of question, you don't need to be scared. So minus 5t is on the left-hand side. I want to maintain the alphabet on the left. Then this 2t is positive, is plus 2t on the right-hand side. See, it's plus. That is why there is no sign. If it is minus, you must see minus before that too. I have explained that to you, you know, when we started simple equation. So this is plus 2t. If it crosses to the left-hand side, it will change to minus 2t. Then on the right-hand side, I want to move this 40. This 40 here is plus 40 because the sign appears before the number. I've explained all this. So this 40 will move to the right-hand side. Before I write anything on the right-hand side, I will put this equal to. Then notice that you have this pure number, minus 2. Minus 2 is already on the right-hand side. So I will write that minus 2 because that minus 2 is the honor. It occupies the right-hand side already. So write it before you move any number to that right-hand side. Now I want to move this pure number 40 to the right-hand side. This is plus 40. There is no minus here. So you can see it's plus 40. This minus does not belong to 40. It belongs to this 5t because it appeared just before that 5t. So here this is plus 40. If that plus crosses equality sign, it will change to minus 40. This is good. Let us conclude. I'm going to wipe this part. See, this is interesting. So don't think that mathematics is difficult. It's not difficult. Math is like a game. In fact, it is a game. And you see, when you start, gradually you are playing game. You are climbing different levels. As you are moving to different levels, the levels are becoming a bit difficult. And then what happens? Anytime you cross a difficult level, you will smile and clap for yourself. You are happy That is the spirit of maths. Love maths. Love maths, my dear friends, okay? Life itself is mathematics. Yes, it's mathematics. Things about calculations, how to arrange things, how to set things in order to succeed. You must calculate. It is not difficult, okay? The only reason why people fear maths is because sometimes the way they learn it from the foundation is very, very poor. There are patterns you follow. Gradually break all those things, those secrets, expose them. When it is time to speed, you speed. But when you are starting from the foundation, you want to then follow piece by piece, pieces by piece. Don't overrush. Then as you're now moving on, you are getting the whole idea. Time will come, you'll be very fast in all these things. Okay? I want you to be best in your class in school. So make sure you always connect to these classes, okay? If you're a teacher, you can connect to this class as well too. Because the pattern I provide this information, the way I present this work, if you present it that way in a similar way to your pupils in school, they will love these things you're doing. They will love math. So that people will not leave primary school, or junior secondary school into senior secondary school and then even advanced level university, they are still complaining of maths. Let us try to remove that fear in maths. Maths is sweet. Okay, let's move on. At this point, we have to simplify the left-hand side and simplify the right-hand side. This is minus 5t minus 2t. I had explained to you before that minus, generally I say it means you are owing. It means you are what? Owing. So if I have minus 5t, it means you are owing 5t. And then minus 2t means you are owing another person 2t. If this t is sweet, for example, let's assume you are owing me 5 sweets and you are owing another friend of yours 2 sweets. Altogether, how many sweets are you owing? You are owing 7 sweets. So minus 5t minus 2t will give us minus 7t. Minus because you are owing. You owe me 5t. You owe another person 2t. All the t's you are owing together will be 7. And because you are owing, we put minus. So this left-hand side together, minus 5t minus 2t, replace it with minus 7t. That is what I have here. After that, you see equal to. So I'm going to write equal to. Do the same thing on the right-hand side. This is minus 2 minus 40. You are owing me 2. You are owing another friend of yours 40. All together, you are owing 42. And because you are owing, it will be minus 42. I hope you love this, right? Maths is interesting and simple, okay? Just make sure you always tune on to this class. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, okay? Share the link to your friends and other people, your neighbors around, encourage them. Here, everything is simplified and you get the encouragement you need to love maths. And let me tell you, once you are very good in maths, you are very good in English, every other subject naturally will fall into place. You can be able to handle any other subject, even on your own. Let us conclude. At this point, you notice that minus 7 is multiplying the unknown t, and it is equal to minus 42. The unknown is t. And 7 minus 7 is multiplying it. So here we have coefficient of an unknown. The coefficient is minus 7. So to get my t, to make t stand alone, I will divide it by minus 7. I will divide it by minus 7. Because minus 7 is the coefficient of the unknown. So this brings in another principle of simple equation, dbs by minus 7. That is, divide both sides by minus 7. I'm going to show that on the board. So minus 7t, which we have on the left, I'm going to divide it by minus 7. That will be equal to minus 42. I'm going to divide it by minus 7. Divide both sides by minus 7. This minus 7 will divide this minus 7 to give you 1. This minus and minus will cancel out. Minus divided by minus will give you plus. I repeat, minus divided by minus will give you plus. I have already taught this before. I have taught this, yes, under number line. Number line. If you go to the playlist on this channel, basic maths playlist, you will see number line there. So minus divided by minus will give you plus. That is why this minus will disappear. You won't see it again. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 1 times t will give you t. And then what you now have is t equal to, go to that right hand side. This minus will divide this minus. It will cancel out. It will become plus. So you now have 42 over 7. We can now conclude, therefore, t is equal to 42 divided by 7. Then move on straight to 7 times table. Ask yourself, 7 times what? 7 times which number will give you 42? And you'll agree with me that 7 times 6 will give you 42. So 42 divided by 7 will give you that 6. 42 over 7 is equal to 6. And this is our answer. The solution to this equation, the value of t is 6. If you go back to the question now to check if your answer is correct, although in exam we don't really check. We are not meant to check, just solve and get the answer. But let me assume that somebody wants you to check whether what you solved is correct. You can always check it. Equation tells us that what we have on the left is the same as what we have on the right. T is 6. If I pick 6 now and replace t here with 6, simplify here the left hand side, simplify the right hand side, you will see that you get the same thing. In fact, let me quickly show you proof that we are correct. This is the question given to us. 8 minus t. In place of t, I will fix 6 divided by 2 equal to t, which we got it to be 6, minus 1. I will also divide it by 5 because you have over 5 there. 8 minus 6 is 2. 8 minus 6 is 2. So in place of this 8 minus 6 in the numerator on top, you write 2 over the denominator is 2 equal to 6 minus 1 will give you 5 in the numerator over the denominator is 5. 2 divided by 2 will give you 1. Equal to 5 divided by 5 will also give you 1. So you see that the equation balanced. 1 on the left, 1 on the right. And that shows that what we solved here to get this answer is correct. T is actually 6. So this is what I did here is just the proof that the answer we got is correct. But it is not really necessary. If you follow the steps correctly, the way you are supposed to solve it, using all the knowledge of basic principles of simple equation, your final answer must be correct. That's the truth. All right, I will wipe this because it's not part of our work. I'll wipe it. If you need it, at the end of this lesson, this live class, a copy of this video will be made available. So you can always come back and take it, and watch it again, okay? So we are finished with our class today, and I hope this channel is basic scholars. But if you're in advanced level, in higher class, you understand all these things, per se, you can still use the knowledge you are getting from here to teach. It could be your younger one or anybody around you. Yes, you can. Like I said, teachers, our dear teachers, okay, you can benefit a lot from this channel. Some of our teachers, especially those handling basic class, some of them did not study mathematics related course. Some of them they have challenges in maths even. So teaching their pupils, their students becomes even a problem. This channel is dedicated to help all of you. Make use of this channel to help your younger ones if you're in advanced level already or in senior class. Use this channel if you're a teacher. Get knowledge from here that you can use to assist our younger generation as we are developing them, in their academic work. Let us conclude with the assignment for today. I've got assignments, things you are meant to solve. Assignment. So you are to solve and drop your answer in the comment box, okay? Like I said, at the end of this class, a copy of this lesson will be made available. So you can come and drop your answer. Solve the equations. the equations. Solve the equations. All right. The first one, number one. Okay, so we have, let's say, 5 plus 2y equal to 5 plus 2y equal to y minus 2. So you have to solve this equation. Please, this is actually 3y. 3y, yeah. This is 3y, and permit me to make this I think this is plus. I want to adjust the question a bit. So okay, let's see. This is 11. Okay, good. 5 plus 3y equal to y plus 11. So you have to solve this equation. Let us look at question number 2. All right, assignment number 2. Assignment number 2, I have x plus 9 over 4 equal to 7 over 3. If you're solving this question, you use the knowledge you got from example 3. Then our last question, let's see what I have here in the last question. Okay, so you are solving 6 plus, oh no, this minus 6 minus x. 6 minus x equal to 2x equal to 2x, and then plus 2x minus 3. 6 minus x equal to 2x minus 3. So these are the questions you have to solve. And like I said, drop your answer in the comment box below this class or below this video, okay? Because once I end the class, if you come back to it, you now see the video. It will no longer be a live class at that moment, okay? So there you can replay the video. You can pause, maybe to pay attention to something I have said, right? You can move forward, you kind of fast forward if there is something you already understand. When you finish and you solve your question, drop your answers in the comment box. Thank you for connecting to the class, and do have a wonderful night rest. This is 19 minutes after 8. I will be switching to GMAETS41 channel for, senior classes and advanced level, because I have advanced math with a student offering a course, a subject called ordinary differential equation. But it is not on this channel. This channel is for our basic scholars. Take good care of yourself and have a wonderful night rest. Make sure you take your studies seriously. Bye-bye.